Hello there. Welcome to Back of the Cereal Box, Back Issue Breakfast Club. I am your host, the prophet of pop culture, John Pyka. You can call me Johnny. And on this episode, we are going to be reviewing Scooby Apocalypse by DC Comics. And we are going to do that right after this awesome theme song by the Murdering Crows.
It's like Coca-Cola, Levi Strauss, Johnny Carson and Mickey Mouse. The first star was James Dean, Elvis Presley, and he's still the king. Some things are only imitatable. You can't beat an original. Oh, you can't beat an original.
Hey there, friends and foes. Welcome back to the Virtual Rec Room. This is Back of the Cereal Box, Back Issue Breakfast Club. I am your host, the prophet of pop culture, John Pyka. You can call me Johnny. And Avengers comic books, Star Wars movies, and Saturday morning cartoons made me who I am today. And we are a pop culture podcast that celebrates the fun of the Saturdays of our youth while navigating adulthood today. And we are called Back of the Cereal Box because when I was a kid, we didn't have smartphones or tablets at the breakfast table on Saturday morning. We were literally reading the back of the cereal box in between cartoons, kaiju, kung fu movies. That was our newspaper. That was our world. And this morning, because we are in spooky season, and anytime you're talking about Scooby and the gang, you got to enjoy one of the monster cereals. So I'm enjoying Fruit Brute this morning. It's a delicious cherry flavored cereal. And when I was a kid, after the cartoons, after the cereal, we pour it all out, we dig around in the box, and we pull out the prize inside. And in this case, the prize this morning is Scooby Apocalypse. Now, a little bit of background on this. This is volume 1, the trade paperback collection, and it collects issues 1 through 6 of Scooby Apocalypse. I believe there are 5 volumes total. I have volume 1 and 2. Second, it's important to note that we are in spooky season. This is going out the first week of October, and that this month is also the 53rd birthday of Scooby Doo. So we're celebrating Scooby and spooky season all at the same time. Scooby Apocalypse is written by Keith Giffen, J.M. DeMatteis, and art by Howard Porter. Now, the cover is done by Jim Lee, but the interior art is Howard Porter. Let's talk about the artwork first. The artwork is super energetic. It's, for old-time fans who know what I'm talking about, it has a very Carmine Infantino feeling. And what I mean by that is Carmine Infantino had this art style that really felt like there was motion. And you really get the sense of that in Porter's work. You feel the motion in the lines, especially in the hair. Every time a character moves, you feel the energy in the hair. And I love that. And it really helps the pace of this story. It really kind of feeds into that heart-racing adventure type story. Now, it's written by Giffen and DeMatteis. And if those names sound familiar, they should. They did a legendary run on JLA. This was after the John Byrne Legends reboot, after Crisis on Infinite Earths. And they wrote this fantastic, much-loved series. And it was almost universally praised by fans. And it featured the JLA in a very oddball, mishmashed grouping. You had Batman, the Martian Manhunter, who came back for the first time since the founding of the team. You had Guy Gardner, Green Lantern, Black Canary, Dr. Fate, and Blue Beetle, Booster Gold, and later on Fire and Ice. And it was an odd mixture, and they used a lot of comedy, a lot of humor. If you've ever seen that one panel where Batman just punches Guy Gardner in the nose and knocks him out, that was their style of writing, and they bring that irreverent style to Scooby Apocalypse, based on the classic Scooby Doo cartoon series, but reimagined. And they reimagine the Scooby Gang as post-apocalyptic heroes. In short, I don't want to spoil it, and I'm only going to talk about Volume 1 because you can pick up Volume 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 and read the entire story. But Velma is actually part of an evil group of scientists, kind of an Illuminati of science. And they release a virus into the world that turns everyone into monsters and zombies, and it's not good. And they basically infect the entire world, and people turn into these demonic looking monster zombies, and they're just eating everyone and tearing up the place. And the only people who are not affected are Daphne, Fred, Shaggy, Scooby, and Velma, because they were in a bunker. And long story short, too late, Velma realizes what she's helped do, and she's feeling remorse, and she wants to get the story out before it's too late. So she calls Daphne, who is a television personality, not a journalist per se, but kind of an adventurous investigative reporter, kind of like a Josh Gates today. And Fred is her cameraman, and they are used to going on these adventures, being very physical and very challenging. And so Velma calls them because no one else in the media would take her seriously. They come to investigate, and it just so happens that in the base, there is a program where they are using cybernetic enhancements on canines, on dogs, to turn them into super military. This is a great panel there of Velma being attacked by one of the monsters. But they're doing these cybernetic enhancements on the dogs to turn them into military weapons. And Scooby is one of those dogs, but he is considered an early prototype and kind of a failure because he can't speak complete sentences, only phrases. And Shaggy is his trainer. And so Shaggy is a military dog trainer. And here we have a panel of Scrappy Doo. Scrappy is, and I think they give him the nickname as an insult, but he's actually the leader. Oh, here's some more pictures of some of the monstrous metamorphosized people. And I love this idea that basically the five of them, Mystery Inc., have to save the world from the monster zombie apocalypse. And that's what this story is. And it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. And I kind of dig the reimagining of the Scooby Mystery Inc. team as, heroic post-apocalyptic heroes. And they all have their own skills. And, Daphne is a martial artist. And I guess Fred has had some training as well. There's a backup story, The Adventures of Scrappy Doo. He's one of the cybernetically enhanced dogs, and he becomes the leader. He's still a jerk. Nobody likes him. But here's a great pinup of Scooby. And I just got to say, this works. This really works. And I want to find this this concept drawing of the Mystery Machine. The Mystery Machine is a military vehicle. It is a military fortress vehicle that basically saves their lives more times than they can count. Volume 1 is a roller coaster ride. Volume 2, I just started and can't wait to get into Volume 3, 4, and 5 and finish the story. But if you want something fun that reads like a grand adventure, but it features characters that you recognize and are familiar with, and that you can kind of jump in and have fun with them, check out Scooby Apocalypse. It is available from our sponsor, TFAW, Things from Another World. Click the link down below and you can pick up your own copy of Scooby Apocalypse. Speaking of comics, we need to acknowledge one of our partners, Comics for Kids.
Comic Books for Kids provides comic books to kids in hospitals and cancer centers across the U.S. It's a place where we can all work together to make sure every child has a comic book. 100% of all proceeds go towards the kids. It's about making a difference, and while they're in the hospital, allowing them to fly like a superhero, battle dragons, or rescue teddy bears. We are in every state in the country and now support over 160 hospitals. Every month, we add more.
Visit cb4k.org.
All right, we love them. We also want to acknowledge our great friends, the Murdering Crows. They did that awesome theme song. You get their record, 4 Bad Crows, at Amazon, Google, Apple Music. And of course, the people who help make this possible, Charisse Collins, Cindy Kep, Brian Huff, Dave Manginelli, Dave Mattingly, Crystal Raven-Jones, Eli Cash, and you too can have your name in lights at buymeacoffee.com/cerealboxpod. That is scrolling along the bottom. And of course, we want to thank our sponsor for this episode, Things from Another World, tfaw.com. Click the link in our show notes, and that will take you to our affiliate pages and get you, big savings. It doesn't cost you anything more, but it helps us quite a bit. And with that, I'm going to ask you, if you like this episode, share it with your friends, like it, comment, whatever platform you're watching on, YouTube or Facebook. Click like, click subscribe, click the notification bell so that you never miss an episode. And let us know what you think about Scooby Apocalypse. Post your comments down below. Like, share, subscribe. And if you hate our shows, consider donating even more generously at buymeacoffee.com/cerealboxpod. You can buy us 1, 2, 3 bowls of cereal or even the whole box so that we can improve the show just for you. And with that, that brings us to the end of this episode. And I appreciate you watching. And until the next time, we love you. We mean it. We'll catch you on the back of the cereal box.